International Women's Day is the opportunity for women to take a moment to empower themselves, to lift each other up, and to sort of have a voice which they may or may not have on a different day, but to really share the opportunity to have a cohesive voice together. So I grew up in Sydney, in Western Sydney, and I learned to be an art and design teacher. In sort of 2000, 2004, I did my degree at COFA. From there, I went and lived in the UK for 10 years and taught design, and I also taught dance as well. After that, I decided to come back and move from teaching in a secondary school to working in education in a tertiary environment, and wanted to use my design and dance background to work for the performing arts. As an accomplished design teacher, you find that girls don't really think that they can have a career in the sort of maker movement arts, or even in the workshop. They think that workshops are for men, and they're not. I've taught electronics, I've taught metalwork, I've taught woodwork. I've also worked with construction apprentices on construction sites. There are women everywhere, and women are empowered in those areas, and there are a lot of rights which are pushed for women in those areas. So you find that there is actually a lot of support. So breaking into the design industry can be difficult. During your early years at school, you tend to be pushed towards textiles or cooking or some other sort of craft, art and design. You don't tend to be pushed to go and do woodwork or metalwork. So sometimes you have skills gaps, but that's fine, because that's something that challenges you to go out, think about where your areas of concern might be, and focus on improving those. And a lot of the time in education, you find that the students can also teach you. And so really it's not about you having those skills, it's about giving the students the opportunity to develop their skills and you supporting them, whilst sometimes also learning them as well. My role at NIDA is the Learning and Teaching Coordinator, and my opportunity in this role to allow students to find their artistic voice is to support them whilst at NIDA from a student services perspective, but also to provide the opportunity for them to be themselves. And if they come into the classroom and feel like they have to be somebody else, that's not them in their own professional practice. So what I try to do is try and let them know that, you know, they can come to us, we can support them. If there's any issues that they want to talk through, if they need any counselling, we can do that. But also, we want to make sure that whilst coming in for their professional practice, their artistic voice also achieves them a degree. So we want to keep them on track with their ability to do well in exams, do well in their assessments, and also find a way to access content in class that allows them to succeed, but also allows them to think and apply that to their own work in the future.